Is there any more time?
Christmas card, right?
That's
I was being sober.
Do around that.
First of all, before we start talking about
What? You guys are all real quiet, and if they put it through the monitor, it just sounds ridiculous. Acoustic guitar feedback.
did you guys just fly in from somewhere? Or
Seattle.
Home.
you guys, what's going on up there? You guys do anything? Videos?
Just drinking a lot of beer and playing a lot of Sega games. I got to the 4th level of Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and I was pretty excited.
Not much. It's colder up there than it is here.
So what are you guys doing here? What's going on here tonight?
Benefit for Brother Norwood.
I lost.
helping.
Yeah, on that whole Lollapalooza tour, I kind of had to pull my band into it. I lost a lot of money to Norwood one night at some sort of seedy, kind of a kinky poker thing, and you know.
It was really a lot of cross-pollination going on in the Lollapalooza tour.
So I lost a lot of money to him, and I figured he'd just let it slide, but he called us on it. So we came down here to do our version of the MTV Unplugged that we would never do. We'd never go on the Unplugged, but this is as close as it gets to it. And plus, we're too cheap to bring all our gear down.
And too lazy to reverse.
So with all those things together, as gelling,
It's going to be a great night.
they'll gel into a few little ditties.
Great night.
Well, I mean, you guys know the whole story. I mean, what happened, and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
now, do you think what Norwood did was I mean, would you guys do that? Or, I mean, what do you guys think about what he did?
I don't think it's kidnapping, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I didn't.
But
My dad didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I'm innocent. I wasn't there. You can't prove it.
It wasn't me.
I wasn't there. You can't prove it. Turn the thing. Is that on?
Do you guys? I mean, would you do the same thing and say, one of the guys in your band or a friend of yours kind of?
Yeah,
we do
probably.
That's the way we operate. We help each other out and get each other through. I mean, that's kind of what being in a band's all about. And after a while, that's all you can trust is your band members. And I guess it's not always the case, but I don't know.
I mean, do you approve of it? What he did?
Sure.
I'm not really sure. It's not my.
I take the fifth. Yeah.
Take the fifth.
They just went to try to get him and talk to him. They didn't beat him up or duct tape him or bludgeon him or anything. Just talk to him. I think it's just been blown out of proportion, but from what I hear about it. But I wasn't there, so if you got me on the witness stand, I'd have to take the fifth and just be a moron, a rock, big nose moron.
Big nose rock moron. And you're great. You're natural.
It just comes natural. You get on this MTV and I'm just so charismatic.
Now, if you guys, do you know anybody that's like this has happened to?
Kidnap?
Well, I mean,
I never. You can't prove that. I got off on that. I was never ever convicted.
Plus, she had it coming. You see what she was wearing?
Yeah, I know. Whoa, jeez. No, I was.
There's a lot of guys there, but I wore. I wore rubber.
I was
a lot
never.
of guys at that party though. It wasn't us. Can't prove it.
I was never convicted.
Do you guys know anybody that joined a cult or anything like that?
I've known a few.
Is that
people.
what happened? You joined a cult?
I've known I've known like a couple girls years ago that joined a cult and got brainwashed, kind of sold their cars and gave all the belongings and money to the guru and had their kid, and then kind of woke up about 5 years later going, I should have had a V8, which was kind of weird. I don't know why they said that either. That was sort of bizarre.
I'm sorry, can you guys scoot this way a little bit?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Thanks.
I'm freezing.
Now, I mean, what do you think draws kids or people to cults or anything like that? What do you think?
Blatant stupidity. Wow, what happened?
I was the matchbook, I'm sorry. Because I'm part of a cult, and we have our own cult.
We're not the cult, we're Alise in Chains.
Not the cult. There's some other guys from England.
They're British. Cheerio! But we're not the cult.
Let's see what else.
See, we don't really know about the whole thing about with Norwood and all that. We just kind of try to stay out of other people's business. But when it came down to supporting a fellow musician who we got to be really good friends with,
and Kendall was a good friend of ours before and everything. So it was kind of.
No, is this like a big reunion here? I mean, is it kind of you got all these?
Yeah.
You got Tool and,
and just when we thought we'd never be rid. No.
Just when you thought you'd never get rid of each other and wouldn't have to ever see each other again, you're stuck. Right.
Actually, the tour was one of the funnest tours I've ever been on in my life. It's a Lollapalooza tour, just good brotherly vibe, which, to prove the point, here we are tonight, jamming, help a guy out.
Is there anybody here that you
really big deal.
Look forward to see, or that you haven't seen in a while?
Oh, everybody, even the road crew guys, on up. It's really good to see some familiar faces. And they owe us a lot of money. That's why we're here to collect.
I got to start paying off Norwood after that whole thing, so I'm here to kind of collect and try to get by without getting hurt.
Did you hear about this? There's this school kid in Texas who's got his nose pierced over the holidays, and he was sent home for distracting the class. And the school made him take classes separately, all by himself. Now, what do you guys?
Wow, if I could have done school by myself, I would have probably opted for that.
I would have been a lot smarter than I am now. No, I'd just go burn the fucking school down. That's what I'd do. I'd have to say they're hicks, they're in the South, fuck them. You can't say that on here, but...
But when they burn the town down, we will do the benefit for their town, though.
We will, because we're the kings.
That's what we're going to do now. We're just going to do all benefits and just go from swap meet to swap meet, in the armpits of the world.
Selling our leftover albums at swap meets, and we're just doing benefits from now on.
Let's talk. What about the new album here? What do you guys?
When's it
coming out?
It just
comes out in the end of January.
Worst album ever. It just sucks. I would.
It's kind of an EP, not really an album. Sort of an EP-ish album-ish. It's round. They don't make albums actually anymore, so it's a CD. It's about 5 inches. It's round. You can see yourself on the flip side. It's kind of cool. Do your hair, pluck your eyebrows. It's groovy. It's got some songs on it.
Would you guys record it? Would you guys produce yourself? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it
Yeah,
right
which is
before
kinda-
we did the last World Wing Tour thing. After Lollapalooza, we did one more couple weeks here, and then like a couple weeks in Europe, and then Japan and Australia, and we finish off the album, and then so that's basically we did it the week before we went out and did that.
So what can we expect from the album? What, anything different? Or what's...
We did just Air Supply Metallica medleys on polka accordions, and we think it's the new thing. With the grunge
cool
thing is
stuff.
old, now it's
like-
out.
Yeah,
Now
the
it's,
grunge
we're
is
gonna go
out,
with
and we
the,
still live in Seattle, and we're kind of
polka,
pigeonholed.
accordion polka music, I think.
I played the washboard and I blew on a jug for the whole. So it's kind of like a.
It's kind of expensive, but it was a tax write-off, so.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
Yeah.
a cool thing. I don't know. People just have to get it and figure it out.
What is there any what about the first single and any videos? What can we expect from you guys? Do you guys have any videos yet? Or?
Oh, I don't know.
God, videos.
Kevin Kennedy would know.
We haven't made one yet, and we're debating on whether to, when to, what song, and what. Right now, since we're not touring, and when you're out for about a year and a half, I'd rather not do anything right now. So.
Just let the album speak for itself.
Yeah, but we might go out and play a few shows. You know, we'll be getting pretty bored pretty soon. I mean, we already are.
I got bored.
We're already bored, so we'll probably go do a few little shows somewhere here or there, and might make.
Plan on touring?
Not on this album. We won't tour on it. We might do like 5-6 shows in like New Mexico or whatever, Montana or something. We don't know exactly. We don't know anything, basically. We have no plan.
For the
We're on
rhythm
vacation.
section, we're here for the free beer. We don't.
Last question.
We're on vacation.
Benefit.
Politics here. What about the,
Fuck them all. They're all losers. There you
that
go.
Washington State, that the legislature there is trying to revive that erotic music bill.
It won't work.
This year.
Yeah, well, it won't work.
Thoughts on that?
It won't work. Didn't work last time. It won't work this time. They can do it, and then people talk about it, and then it's not going to work. It's ridiculous. Totally stupid idea. Politicians, what can you say?
If we were king.
If I was a politician.
All right, well, great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Thanks.
Cool.
I think I'm not done with my dinner yet.
Went for the free food.
Is this for for Norwood's going away party?
Have you ever known anyone who's joined a cult or anything like that, like a religious cult before?
Sort of. Pretty much the whole world.
My mother, she's a Baptist.
All my friends are members of my cult. I've totally influenced their lives and messed them up. They're in deep
Most of
trouble.
America is in a cult called religion, and it should Catholicism, Baptist, Christians, whatever. It's just a bunch of crap.
So the
I meant
next-
to say shit, but
So the next question
it's
was,
the clean version.
what kind of kids or what kind of people do you think are drawn to cults then?
I don't think necessarily kids are just drawn to cults. People are drawn to cults. Something's missing in their lives. They need some kind of fulfillment and guidance, and there just happens to be a really good businessman that comes along that provides those kind of guidelines or incentives or
And a very good
promises.
salesman.
Yeah.
Salesman.
They sell you on it, you swallow it, and then, there you go.
Oh, it's the worst kind of sell too. Hell and heaven and eternity. It's like the great prize or the greatest doom. It's like what a horrible manipulation, in my opinion.
Well, is this something? Would you guys do something like this? Say if one of your band members or a friend or something like that, would you go up and try and kidnap or
Duct tape him to a van? Sure, I'd duct tape Adam to a van.
Adam.
I would hope that any of my friends would do the same thing for me, but
Adam would be
it's
the one that would do it.
Adam's on the edge as it is, being the king of lacrimology and everything.
Yeah.
He's got his own cult going.
Okay, they got a question here. Did you hear about this kid in Texas who got his nose pierced over the holidays and then was sent home for distracting his classmates, and now the school is making him take classes separately from everybody else?
For getting his nose pierced?
I wish that would have happened to me in high school.
Aluminum earring
I
or
didn't really
something?
like anybody in my high school.
Was it an aluminum? Was it gold? It may have something to do with it.
I didn't like anybody in my high school, so it would have been much better that way. I would probably got more work done.
I mean, there is evidence that Alzheimer's is caused by aluminum. I might be worried that
True.
the other kids are going to be exposed to the aluminum. And
Hey, there's aluminum in this can.
Is there anybody? What are you guys looking forward to? Is there anybody you guys want to see here, or you haven't seen?
all of them.
Can't wait to play with.
Martial law is supposed to be pretty good. I haven't seen them yet. Or, not martial law. What are they called now? Weapon of choice.
Yeah, it's all our buddies, you know. It's everybody that we toured with all summer for the most part. So
Yeah. Lonnie's one of the best
There's-
bass players in LA. He's really, really good.
Aside from me.
I mean, besides Paul.
They got a question here. Did you hear that the Senate Juvenile Justice Committee is going to hold hearings in February and on violent gangster rap and heavy metal? Do you guys have any thoughts about that at all?
Yeah, I think it starts with baggy pants, and then it just goes from there.
before you know it, they're getting skate shoes. And
Yeah.
It's just over the edge. I don't know. I don't know what to say. The wheels got smaller. I had to get out.
Bert died.
Vert's dead, man.
Dead, dude. What is the question again?
What about you guys? What do you guys got? Anything? What's coming up? Anything? You guys going on tour anywhere? Or?
We're just finishing up a video. You already guys over the video thing?
A little bit. Go ahead.
Oh.
We're finishing up the video, and then we go out February 2nd on the East Coast. Then
And
after
back
that,
to Europe, and then back to the States, and then
back to Europe.
then back to Europe, and then back to the States again.
And then a new record.
You guys saying you guys got a video that's going to be released on February 2nd?
Yeah.
Prison
Yeah,
sex.
prison sex.
It's really about Norwood.
Why'd you guys pick Groundhog Day?
What's that?
Why'd you guys pick Groundhog Day releases?
Well, it has a lot to do with shadows.
It was Groundhog's Day?
Prison sex.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that.
Shut up and go with it.
Oh, sorry.
What's the-
Yeah, we're into shadows, man.
what's the-
It's
what's
about
the name of the song
darkness.
you guys did?
Say that again.
What's the name of it?
Prison sex.
What's it? Sorry.
The
Prison
song?
sex.
The single? Prison sex.
All right, great.
That's it?
Yeah.
Right.
Painless.
Hello. Hi, Alan. This is Dan.